Morning. It's still morning. Yeah, still morning. That's great. Okay, so Archangel Michael has been pestering me this morning. Okay, so what he wants me to do is just to explain to you the benefits of IET. Okay, so IET is integrated energy therapy, and it's working with 9 angels of the energy field. Okay, so what the message from this is to explain how, first of all, IET changed my life, because a lot of people just think it's for people who want to go and do healings on other people. But in fact, there's a lot more to do in that. It's about healing yourself. And that's how I first became involved in IET. Okay, so I first became involved in IET when my stepdad passed several years ago. And my mum wanted to go on and learn more about angels. And I learned that I'd be a very beautiful lady, and I'm glad I could still call her my friend. And what we did was we learned a lot about connecting with angels, but we also learned about how to do healing in ourselves. So as part of the class that we did IET. Okay, so at the end of the session, we did hands-on healing on each other. And what we found, what my mum and myself found, was that it not only did it help with the grieving process of the loss that we'd gone through and the heartache that we were going through, it also brought up things for us from the past that we thought we'd forgotten about or dismissed. It could be in relationships, it could be past hurts. There was a number of things really that it brought up. So not only did it highlight those for us, but it gave us the techniques on how to release it and to let go. So from here then I went on and I trained in my basic level of IET, and then I went on to do the intermediate, and then I went on to do my advanced, and then I went on to do my master's, which is fantastic. But no sooner had I actually finished training in it, I found that my whole life just kind of fell apart. So it was like a whirlwind just came in and just destroyed everything that I thought I had built up, and it was very, very hard to overcome a lot of the issues. But with the IET and with my connection with angels, it did help me. It taught me a lot of techniques on how to ground myself. It taught me how to change my life, to look at things that, I suppose, people was a big thing. So looking at how people were using and abusing me, and how I was just too kind, how I kept on putting other people in front of myself, rather than trying to look after myself. So it taught me a lot of those techniques as well, and teaching me that it's okay to say no to people on times, and it's okay to start looking after myself. It also taught me to look at why situations in my life were happening. Okay, so a lot of things I would be picking up the jigsaw pieces and just putting it back together. But then I started to realize that I was going around the same circle. Yeah, I fixed it for a while, but after then it came back and it started again. Okay, so I was going through the same situations. It was only then that I realized that I needed to look at what I needed to change in my life. And it made me realize as well about making different changes. It made me think about what I wanted in my life, and just a lot of confidence, a lot of self-confidence came up with that as well. So I had to really look into myself and building up my own confidence, because I didn't have any confidence skills at all. I wasn't very good. I was, I suppose, a little more antisocial. It helped me to learn a lot about why I didn't like being out in big crowds, and that sense of learning what was wrong with me. And then I realized there's nothing wrong with me. I was just an empath. Somebody took on a lot of emotions, and sometimes I just didn't feel right in certain places. I still go to certain places, but I just never felt comfortable there. And then I started to realize how to use protection techniques in around myself, so I wasn't drawing everybody's emotions onto me. And I found it easier to go out into public places. I found it easier to manage being in bigger crowds. It still took a while to build up that confidence in terms of talking, and I suppose even now I'm still developing that, but I suppose I'm getting better at it. And I kind of realize it's okay if I don't feel comfortable in a place, that it's okay not to be there as well, and that I don't have to do everything that everybody wants me to do. Okay, which is very important. I've learned with IET, it helped me to learn how to manifest things in my life as well. So it taught me how to be more positive in areas in around my life instead of being negative. It taught me that if I wanted something, instead of seeing it, oh yeah, it's okay, or I don't know if I'm going to get it, just see that coming into my life and embracing it and knowing that I was worthy of getting that. I mean, there's times as well, and it sounds really stupid to say, for the instance the other day, I was out jogging and I hadn't long started back jogging, and I was running around the track, and then I goes, you know, I got up to about 5 or something, and I was like, come on, I can do this. And I just said out loud, come on, you can do this, keep going. And I was like, oh my God, is anybody around me listening, you know? But there wasn't. But even by saying that out loud, and little techniques like that, by voicing yourself out loud, it gave me the incentive to do another 3 laps around the area that I was running. And so, like, I suppose when you watch children on playing fields and stuff like that, you encourage them to, you encourage them, don't you? You encourage them, morning Max, how you doing, sweetheart? You encourage them to do the best they can, but we don't encourage ourselves to be the best we can. So sometimes we have to tell ourselves, you're doing great, you can do this. It's about rechanging our way of thinking. And I suppose, you know, what IET for me also helped was a lot of the emotions that I had harboured through my childhood up onto my adulthood, I had actually stored in the body, and I didn't realise this. I didn't realise that that could be done. And what IET taught me to do was to help to release those blocks from the body. So by using a gentle energy and by using my angels, I would actually start to release those blocks. So it's a little bit like a cake is what my angels had taught me to see it, because the blocks for me just weren't sinking in. I was like, oh, what does that mean, a block? So it was a bit like a cake, and that's what they gave me was, if you bake a cake and you add layer after layer on top of that cake, eventually that cake will fall and crumble because there's too many layers on it, and the base can't physically hold the amount of layers that are on top of it. And it's exactly the same as our bodies. The more emotion that we hold in our bodies, we start to get physical ailments when we get pains in our stomach and our chest and our arms and our necks and our shoulders. And that's because our body, it's like a cake, our body can't cope with the amount of emotion that's been stored in the body. So by using IET, we help to take those layers off the body. We help to remove those layers from the body. Hi Mandy, how are you, lovely? And by doing so, we actually bring our bodies back into a better foundation. We start to feel okay. We start to understand then how to let go of things, but we also have to let healing go as well. Sometimes, especially in around the heart area, we store so much in the heart. It's either confidence or a loss of losing somebody or betrayal, or there's a range of different things, you know, it could be relationship. And sometimes we put them in a box and we lock the box, and we don't want those emotions to come out. And even though we're not connecting with them, they're still having a control over our life. So we have to open the box, we have to allow that healing to come forward, and we have to let ourselves heal. And a big thing as well, what I found with IET, is about forgiveness for yourself and forgiveness for other people. Because in any situation, even if you don't understand why you should forgive yourself, even in situations, we need to forgive ourselves, because we do have a little bit of play in that. So in a relationship, if we're not there and that person's mistreating us, I suppose we've chosen to stay in that relationship. So we have to forgive ourselves and say, look, it's okay, you made a mistake, but now you've learned that you want better and you deserve better. Okay, so again, it's about forgiveness for yourself. Hi Rhonda, how you doing, lovely? And it's very hard, and that's what I found IET helped me a lot. Like I said, a lot of people feel that it's just for healing if you want to go and practice on it and do it on other people, but no, I mean, I didn't start off that way. I started off IET for healing myself, and that's the message that Archangel Michael is pushing me to put out to yourselves this morning, or to anybody who listens to this. It's about, there's more to healing and then going for healings, and for people being there in healings, it's about learning to heal yourself. And that's what the angels are all about. It's about helping you to improve yourself. It's about helping you to have a better life than what you think you deserve. Because what you think you deserve, we always think less than what we need, or less than what we feel we're worthy of. And it's helping us to raise ourselves up to understanding that we deserve a lot more. There's a lot of frustration in around Archangel Michael today, and what I kind of find from him, and it's a different side to him, I suppose, really, if I'm honest, what I've seen from him, But what I kind of feel is the frustration of wanting to help people, the frustration of he's here and not enough people are using him to overcome their difficulties. And what I feel from him is he's really putting his foot down and say, I want you to work with me, and I want you to take your power back from people. I want you to stop allowing people abusing you. I want you to stop allowing people putting blocks in your way, because they know that you're going to move forward without them. And to be honest, I can take a lot of that today as well. People trying to put blocks on my way to stop me from going on to do what I'm meant to do or what I want to do. So I kind of feel he's here for me as well. So he's here for everybody. And he's like, no, don't allow people to try to control you. Don't allow people to take over your life. Take that power back. Okay, people are putting blocks. There's always ways and means of getting around them. Just don't acknowledge them. Just park them. Move on for them. Don't give them a second thought. So a lot of healing to themselves, but don't allow these people to stop you from moving forward. There's a lot of ego, is what he's telling me out there. There's a lot of ego and there's a lot of jealousy. But you have to stay true to yourself. By only staying true to yourself will you ever go on to find that happiness within yourself, because you have to be happy within you to have that happiness. And if you find that deepness and that happiness within yourself, even when hard things come along, you learn just to deal with it, but you also learn how to move forward from it and to move around those obstacles instead of having to try to climb over them, which is exhausting and emotional. You don't have to climb over every hurdle that you come across. Excuse me. It's also about speaking up for yourself as well. Archangel Michael is saying you have to talk up for yourself. Stop walking away from situations that you don't want to have confrontation in. You know, you have to talk up to yourself. It's not that you have to be very over angry or be hurtful, but just ask him to find the words to help to resolve a situation and around yourself. And like I said, I've learned how to do this through the IET. The IET has helped me to do that. It's by working with them and building that strong connection with them. If I hadn't gone along that many years ago with my mum and did an angel class, or I hadn't sat in that class to help that bereavement and had encountered that IET, I'd still be going around in circles myself. And I would, because I was, I suppose, very controlling in what I wanted out of life. When things didn't turn out my way, I couldn't understand why. So I'd be up here and then I'd be down here. And what the IET and my angels have taught me is to have that balance and just to know that everything will work out. It's just a case sometimes it doesn't work out straight away because it's divine timing. Hi Geraldine, how you doing, love? Or sometimes it doesn't work out because there's something better there for you. It'll never be worse for you. Sometimes when you want something, your angels might say, yeah, that's okay, but I think you deserve better. Okay, so they'll bring something along to you that is better than that. And then you'll always find as well in around situations that you kind of think, when you look back on it, you say, yeah, well, actually that one really worked out for me and I have actually got better now. It's about having trust. Remember what I said, with your angels, your guides and your loved ones, they can only intervene when you allow them to. They won't intervene because we have free will and free choice. Okay, they're there, they're ready to work with themselves, they're ready to help you to overcome any obstacles that are there with yourself. They're ready to take your hand and guide you to where you need to be. But you have to ask for their help. You have to ask for their guidance. And remember, we all have the ability to turn. Hi Susan, how you doing, love? We all have the ability to turn our lives around for the better. We all have the ability to say no to something if it doesn't fit right with us and it doesn't feel like it's fitting into our lives. We all have the ability to go out and get what we want out of life. Just trust, believe in yourself. Okay, one of the flaws in manifestation is what I found, because I suppose, again, I did try it and I just didn't understand why it was working at the time. And I realized it wasn't working because I didn't believe that I was worthy of receiving it. Okay, I'd be like, yeah, that'd be great if that happened. But now I'm a bit more firm and say, I want this to happen. Or I'd say, I would like this to happen, but if this doesn't happen, I understand it's because you're bringing me something better and I'm happy to wait for that as well. Okay, patience is key. If we are looking for something and it doesn't happen straight away, we kind of get a little bit frustrated about it. But if it doesn't happen straight away, it's also because of divine timing. It's like if you went and you, just say you went along and you, I don't know, just say, I've been given a house, so I'll go with a house. We went along and bought the house, and it was a very old house, okay? And you were like, you know, you've been advised now that you need to go and have surveys done it. And you're like, no, I'm not doing that. I want to be in there. I need to be in there now. I want to be in there now. So you rush it through and you don't take the advice you're given. But then you go into the house and then you probably find that there's so many things wrong with that house that if you actually taken that time to have that survey, that you might have found that there was actually more things wrong with this house that you were able to cope with, or even like that, you might have got a better deal on it. So again, it's just saying that if you just wait for the right time, it'll all work out. But if you rush things before they're meant to take place, it'll either fall apart or you'll find a lot of hurdles along the way that you need to overcome. And I think we've all had enough hurdles to overcome now. So remember, Archangel Michael, again, is just stepping forward again, just to remember to stand up for yourself. Take away your fear. There's a lot of fear based around people. There's a lot of, I can't do this and I can't do that. You can do anything that you want to do. Just trust and believe in yourself. Like I said, I was guided to do this morning. My intention wasn't to do a live feed this morning. But if I didn't, Archangel Michael wasn't going to leave me alone. And it was like, you have to do this, you have to do this. You have to let people that know that they can change. They have to let the people know about the benefits of healing. You have to let people know that no matter what they're going through in their lives, they can change it. And you have to let them know that you've done it. So it's just not about selling, like, I suppose, you know, anybody can sit here and sell you something. But you have to be a person who's actually gone through it, and you have to be a person that has experienced the changes by doing something to pass on to somebody else. Because anybody can sell you anything. But it takes a person who's been through tough times and put techniques into place that they've been given that can really relate to you on a one-to-one and just give you that hope to let you know that, no, just never give up. Like, I still get my hurdles, don't get me wrong, but they're not as bad as they've used to be, because I've started to look at it and say, well, why am I getting this hurdle? What do I need to look at? Okay. And like I said, you know, in terms of stop allowing people from moving forward is a big thing with Archangel Michael this morning. Stop allowing people from moving forward and putting blocks in. And again, I've encountered them recently, but I'm just like, you know what? No more. I'm not doing it. You know. Okay, sorry, there's just a break in the live feed there. So I hope that makes a lot of sense to yourselves. I hope that will relate a lot to yourself as well. And again, if you have any questions or queries, by all means, give me a message. We're all here to help each other. And I just hope that it gives you a bit of peace of mind today. Okay, lots of love, guys. And don't forget to call upon Archangel Michael and your angels and your guides and your loved ones for any help that you need. They're there, ready and waiting to help you. Just give them that opportunity to come in and make your life a better place, because that's all they want. You're not wasting any of their time, okay, is what I'm being told. You're not wasting their time. They love helping you, so please allow them in to help you. Thanks, all the best. Have a great day. I'll post up the card readings later on this afternoon. Okay, so, and I'll speak to you again over the weekend. If you can, if you're not around, if you just follow the page or just put a link there so that you get the guidance that you need as well. Okay, so we all need a little bit of guidance at times, and it's nice to get that just to give us that bit of lift as well. Okay, take care. All the best. Bye.